Mics are hot and cameras are rolling, sir.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling,
There you
rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. That's all I really remember from that song.
It's fine. That's all he really
Sorry,
said.
fool. I mean,
It was just one long chorus, that whole song.
Limp Bizkit, right?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Man, were you a Limp Bizkit fan?
I was. I still am. They're doing all right.
I rock with them.
Oh, yeah.
Little Fred Durst with the red Yankees hat.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah, they're still putting out music, man.
Like rock, rap.
Your boy, I don't know how well his director career is going, but
I don't think
he
too well.
He was trying.
He directed a movie with Ice Cube as a football coach, and I think like maybe Ice Cube's movie daughter was on the team as well. It was weird. I didn't watch it. I just saw kind of the cover and was like, yeah, pass.
Yeah, I can't even tell you one thing he worked in.
I think he's done a little bit of television too, though. So.
Oh yeah, I know he's been on some stuff like that, but I mean, director wise.
No, yeah, he's directed some television episodes. Is what I'm saying.
I got you.
Across the spectrum.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Cool.
There's a little Fred Durst for your ears, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know what to expect on MIAP with the movie boys. How's your day going, sir?
It's been a pretty good day, man.
All right.
Good day. Went by pretty fast. Been a little windy out today.
It was a little chilly.
Yeah. A little
wind.
chill,
Like, I enjoyed it because, I wear, like, my quarter zip because everybody calls me, like, a finance bro in Charlotte. That's what they call the guys who wear, like, quarter zips and puffer vest.
That's something
that was
new I learned today.
That was my style today.
Oh, yeah?
So...
No puffer vest today, though?
No puffer vest.
Okay.
It was a little warm for that.
Got to keep the arms.
Yes.
Right, the puffer vest is so the arms can stay cool.
The arms can stay.
Chest warm, arms
Yes,
cool.
that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, right? So it's getting a little warm for that puffer vest. So I'm going to have to put it in the closet. Might have a day or two in there. But what I'm really looking forward to, man, is the game of golf.
Right.
It's
right around the corner.
Right around the corner, man. And I'm waiting for you, bro. Get you some, dude. Yeah. We're the same age now, okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, for like 14 days, we're not the same age, okay? Out of the year,
You're right.
all right.
You're right.
Now that we're the same age, and we're on the other side of 30s, okay?
I don't think I have the back for that, Clyde. I don't think I have the back for that.
Bro, you see them arms though, man? You see them cannons?
I mean,
You see them square shoulders, man?
You gotta have that back and firing off them glutes, right?
You got that low center.
Yeah.
Dude, your calves are amazing. Okay? Calves, ladies and
low
gentlemen.
center of gravity, right?
His calves are on point, okay? See this man pick up a whole lazy boy himself.
Oh boy.
Okay, over his shoulders. So he don't say he has a bad back. He has a good everything else.
That would be why I have a bad back. Picking up stuff I ain't supposed to.
Nah, I am excited. Then my buddy Jerry, he wants to get him and his girlfriend want to get together a co-ed flag football league.
Oh, okay.
Last time I played flag football, 2019.
Okay, that's a few years. Not too bad. Not too bad.
I told myself I'm not playing any more fast twitch sports. That would be considered on the no list.
I got you.
So if I'm gonna do this, I gotta get into some serious
juking and jiving out there.
No, man, I'm gonna run like 3 yards, man. Just throw me the rock. You know what I mean?
I'm running straight. No quick turns.
No quick turns, man. So that's what if I get in shape for that, I might do that. Who knows what the future holds, man? So. All right, team. Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailer for Strays, The Boogeyman, Episode 7 of The Last of Us, and our Movie of the Week, Cocaine Bear. I don't know what that was, guys. I'm sorry. All right, Gene, we're going to check out these trailers. You can see the full reactions on our YouTube page.
All right.
And I swear there's a link tree somewhere in the world.
There's a link tree in the description of the video.
There we go.
And there's a link tree link in the description of the podcast on the podcast platform.
Yes. Javi's been saying I've been messing it up, so I had to fix it this week. And by fix it, I mean, Javi, take it away. You say that line, damn it. All right. According to IMDb here, an abandoned dog teams up with other strays to get revenge on his former owner. We got Sofia Vergara, Will Ferrell as voicing Reggie, Isla Fisher voicing Maggie, Jamie Foxx voicing Bug, and Randall Park as Hunter. We got Will Forte as Doug. Talk to me, man. What were your thoughts about this trailer here?
Oh, man, I'm looking at this cast right now, dude. This is a long cast. There is a lot of voices in here.
Rob Riggle?
Josh Gad.
Yeah.
Randall Park. And the list goes on and on. It's already funny, right? We got Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell right off the bat. And these guys, I mean, one or the other is hilarious. Then you got both of them.
Gosh.
One is like a naive, I guess always has had an owner. Then you got the stray who's going to teach him the ways. I'm really looking forward to seeing, like, it looks like they're going to be on a journey, right? Because we see, like, the city. You see them in a field. They're falling out of a tree.
Mushrooms?
Like mushrooms. Lawn gnomes.
You know what it reminds me of, man? It reminds me of Homeward Bound.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, an R-rated version of Homeward Bound.
Yeah, this is the adult version of Homeward Bound.
Like lost in the city, and we're going to F stuff up. You know what I mean?
The poster for the movie, his name tag, it says, go fetch yourself.
Perfect.
That's a good start.
And talk about, like, Will Forte, man. I love when he pops up in things because he's just so good.
Really?
Okay? He is really just a great actor who just, when you see him, you're just like, yeah, I mean, gosh, he is the man.
Yeah, plays a lot of different characters, too. Such a good character actor.
Yeah, I really enjoy this, man. I'm really excited for this movie. This is something that me and you're just going to obviously sit around in the theater and just laugh our asses off too, man.
It's going to be great.
Have a good damn time. So,
nothing like a R-rated pet movie, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, we'll throw this on our socials. Strays, are you excited about it? We'll put the combination of Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx, right? Yeah. Amongst the other leads as well, guys. So, yeah, we'll throw this on there. Let us know your thoughts. All right, James. So, according to IMDb, this is John Wick 5. The Baba Yaga. No, this is an adaptation of Stephen King's The Boogeyman. It's going to be one of those come-and-go horror films. Supernatural horror films or whatever. You know, I hate these movies.
The creature in your closet kind of thing.
Yeah, the spirit creature that is been around for centuries, and this kid or this young girl who's helping is not going to actually like destroy it or get rid of it. They're just gonna, stop it from scaring them, but there'll be a boogeyman too if it makes $20 million. You know what I mean? So.
And there's a bunch of movies that are along the same line.
Exactly.
I mean, per the trailer, I don't see anything that is really scary, creepy.
Yeah.
But I don't see nothing scary in that trailer.
And that's what I'm talking about, like, why I don't like these movies, man, because, like, if I'm going to watch a horror film, like, do something new and fresh to scare me, right?
Right.
Seen it all, done it all, whatever. this looks like a run of the mill. Like, it looks like it's a good produced movie.
Right, right.
I just don't think they're going to bring anything new to the genre. And that's why making horror films are easy and it's a quick cash cow. But as far as like innovative, it hasn't been in a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with monsters in the shadows, and it's kind of the same thing, no matter what the creature is.
Yeah.
Like we said, I mean, little monsters.
Blueprint, man. Literally.
Blueprint. You know, that was a little. that was, you know, the monster under the bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I will be like watching the calendar waiting on this one.
No. When June rolls around, we'll be thinking about other stuff. So
you know, maybe they'll hit us with a better trailer, a little bit closer, maybe. But right now, this trailer doesn't really
not doing it for me.
Yeah, but I'm not a big horror fan either.
Yeah.
So
and like, is it because of what I said, or is it for another reason why you're not a big horror fan?
I'm not a horror like movie fan really. Not that, you know, it's any particular reason. I mean, I like supernatural things.
Yeah.
But like let's see. I like action horror.
Got you.
Of like a creepy horror.
Got you.
Like Friday 13th.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's action. There's fighting. There's
large chested young girl running through the woods. Trips.
It's not just creepy.
Running from a killer with a knife. I got you.
What is there? You know.
Those are those movies.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
But even those movies, Jake, you know, like they're the run of the mill.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me something new and refreshing, and that's why horror across the spectrum of horror films, nobody's really doing it well. Like the best person doing it right now is like Jordan Peele, right? He's giving us something different and refreshing, even though his last film was more sci-fi than horror.
Yeah.
Like his first two films were definitely in that horror weird vein.
But he's also same time too making different horror movies too.
Exactly.
Like they're different. And that's kind of why, like, when we talk about, you know, our typical horror movies from our younger ages, that I don't watch all 12 of them.
Yeah, it's because I have a problem.
That's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation. Yeah. But for me, I watch a couple of them, and I'm like, cool. But once you get to 3 or 4, it's like, I don't care about it so much anymore.
What about the Transformers movies? Because I've seen all of those multiple times.
Same. I just watched Dark of the Moon.
It's actually, so good still, man. Gosh.
I want to say Saturday at some point.
Just the beginning of that movie when my man is like, oh, this is the part where Spock goes crazy. And then later on, Spock goes crazy. I love it. All right, guys. The Boogeyman. We're going to throw this on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about Chris Messina as a leading man in a movie with David Dashmalchian? I can't pronounce this guy's name, but Polka Dot Man, right?
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man. All right, JV.
Yes, sir.
The Last of Us. You still rocking with it?
Oh, yeah.
Good deal, man. Good deal. All right, so
way past my bedtime.
Yeah, it's tough. Left Behind was the episode 7. As Joel fights to survive, Ellie looks back on the night that changed everything. What'd you think about this, man? Talk to me.
We're getting a lot of different episodes. And a lot of good backstory, good kind of lessons, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. Good themes. So this one we have a flashback. We left Joel bleeding out the last one. And this one she flashes back to basically her first love, her first kiss, all that, that point in her life. And it helps her make this decision that she's not going to leave Joel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically the whole episode. Is her, her hesitation to leave or hesitation to stay, and she thinks about her first love, basically, like the decisions they made at that time.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. Was it
Riley?
Riley, yes. I mean, it was a great episode. It was another love story, and it's something that we're gonna keep getting in these episodes.
Yeah.
It's a trend so far. But we got to see her background too. Like, she's mentioned a couple times about the academy and all that stuff for the military. And we got to see a little bit of that. And then we got to see kind of what led her to the point of where we met her, right? Because this is where she gets her bite.
Yeah.
So can't be shortly after that we're meeting Ellie. It wasn't too long ago that this particular story happened.
I think it was like 2 weeks is what Tess says. Like, this bite was 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah,
and she's
that's
fine.
right.
So, we're a couple of weeks after that.
Yeah, so she is immediately losing her love, and then is alone. And then she meets Joel, and now she's dealing with that loss, possibly.
Yeah, the possible loss of him there, man.
Yeah.
So this is actually this is not in the regular structure of the video game.
Okay.
This is actually a DLC.
Yes, I saw some comments about
episode. Yeah, so it's in the DLC, right? So they basically turned the whole downloadable content after the fact into a whole episode, like an hour-long episode, man. And it stayed. The backstory stayed rather true to what happened in the downloadable content.
Okay.
Now, in the downloadable content, Ellie does like take off into a mall, has to deal with those raiders that were at the school, and they're still trying to find her and Joel and like take them out, right? So she's still dealing with that in the downloadable content. Yeah, but she's also dealing with Riley in this mall, and so it's cool because the downloadable content goes back and forth between the two.
Yeah, and the kind of preview for next week looked like that's kind of where it was headed as well, right?
Yeah. So it goes back and forth. So it's actually really, really cool that it stayed mostly true to the backstory. You got Storm Reed here, and she's just fantastic young actress, man. She definitely brought it, and she held her as strong as Bella Ramsey is in this role as Ellie. Storm Reed as Riley was right there, toe to toe with her, with the conversation as far as them having a good time, with the conversation of them mad at each other and stuff like that. Right, everything, they bounce off each other very, very well, and I really enjoyed the chemistry here. Oh yeah, because you can tell that they are best friends, but they both want something more, but are kind of young and shy and don't really know how to express it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of tension in the air.
Exactly.
From both of them, right? They hold hands a little bit, and one's happy, the other one's happy, but they don't really let each other know.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But in every fashion, and the Last of Us, we have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Right. So she's doing this flashback. They go to the mall. They're in the store. They're in the Halloween store or whatever. Yeah. They're in the arcade, which is cool. They play Mortal Kombat, and you see the callback from the beginning. So where she had the MK2 poster, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a little outdated anyway. MK2's from the early 90s, but whatever. She has it, and then finally gets to like play it later, which is really cool. So, they have this really good, fun time throughout the entire mall. But in normal fashion, you have this good time. There's going to be bad times as well. So
of course.
It sets off a chain of events where there are stalkers that come after them, and they both get bit.
This isn't a world where you get to be happy.
Yeah. Not for long, at least, right?
Yeah, very short. Very short periods of happiness.
Yes.
and then tragedy immediately following that.
Oh yeah,
And that's been pretty much every episode, right?
very much so. So they get bit, and then you see, like you stated, what are they going to do? Right, they off each other. Are they going to go separate ways, or we're going to descend into madness? Right, and I love it because the way that it ends, as far as that backstory, is the way that it ends in the episode, like in the game, and that's what I really enjoyed. Right, so it kind of is. This episode really stayed true, but also she decides that, hey, I've lost, like you said earlier, I've lost my love. I have Joel. I'm going to do everything I can to fight for him. And she does that in the downloadable content by actually going into a different mall and having to do all this like side mission to find stuff for him and come back.
Okay.
But I do like it. It was more realistic and kept it contained in that house. So
right.
Very cool, man. So still rocking with this episode.
Good deal.
Still rocking with this series, man. We got 2 more left, so really excited.
Yeah. We got The Mandalorian right around the corner.
Dude, we're not going to get rid of Pedro Pascal, baby.
We're
going to roll right into it, man.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Yes, Pedro Mondays. We talk about Pedro on Monday. Yeah, supposedly he's like internet daddy. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, I see his clips.
Not only like is he a daddy to Grogu and Ellie, but like everybody's like, ooh, I want him to be my daddy.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, people, you're going a little too far.
Internet gets weird, man.
Internet does get
but
weird.
He is cool with it.
He's because he's such a good guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's not like altruistic type of guy. Like he doesn't play like altruistic characters.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones, but he does play guys that are willing to fight for the little guy, right? And that's what people really enjoy from him. Yeah. He even did that in his episode in Game of Thrones. He was cocky and ended up dying in that episode, but for what he was fighting for, he is that guy. Pedro Pascal's a great actor. Mm-hmm. He brings it every time, and just big sexy, man. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Something I watched this weekend, or started to pick back up on, was Peacemaker.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know what? The opening for Peacemaker is like one of the most memorable ones that have come out in the last few years.
You know what, like the beginning credits and everything? The dance. Oh, yeah, the dance is priceless.
Like I could forget everything else about this show and let it fall out of my head. It was an okay show.
It was okay.
Yeah. But that scene, like when I watched it again, I was like, it's just.
And like, who's
weird.
that? Like,
it's just weird.
Out of the mind of James Gunn, right?
Yeah.
Just wild.
Did you catch anything this past weekend?
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
That we're going to talk about in a minute.
Fair enough.
So actually, shout outs to my boy Mitchell. I had a birthday a couple weeks ago, 17 days to be exact.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, sir!
Happy birthday to you, man! You 3 days ago, right? Three days ago.
Still getting into this.
Still getting into the old manness.
Yeah.
We're both February babies. He actually got me God of War on PS4. And he got me The Last of Us Part 2 on PS4. So I've been playing the mess out of some video games.
Today, going into video games, downloaded a game called Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest.
Yes.
Break this down for us, sir. What is Sons of the Forest before we get into Cocaine Bear?
It is a horror survival game.
Elaborate.
Well, I mean, it's a survival game. You're on an island, and you're... basically, the island is full of cannibals.
Are you a son of the forest, or the cannibals the sons of the forest?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no clue yet.
Is it SONS or SUNS?
It's Sons of the Forest, SONS.
I didn't know if you were on a distant planet that had like 17 suns, bro.
No.
That's why I asked these questions.
So you're just like on an island that's got cannibals and like mutated science experiments.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'll be hopping into that sometime this week, the weekend.
Getting into that for show.
But it's some of my favorite games are like kind of sandbox games where you can build and you can do things. You're not like stuck in a storyline.
Yeah.
So you get on this island and you just kind of got to figure it out.
Got you.
There is an end game to it, but there's no like, go here to do this, go here to do that. You just kind of stumble upon things.
Yeah, I hate games like that.
Yeah, I love it.
That's the beauty of like the difference between you and I
Yeah.
is like we still come together and we're still best friends and we can still BS about everything, but like we don't have the same likes at all, right?
Yeah. So
our interests differ so much.
Yeah, so basically you just got to go to like caves. You go cave exploring to find like the objective items.
I'd be really irate after the second cave.
I'm pretty sure I will be. Probably like
we got
at the
something
beginning of the
coming.
first one. But from what I've seen, looks like it's going to be fun. It's in early development or early access, so it's got some improvements and
Dope.
things to come here in the future for it. So looking forward to that.
Dope,
Or
dope,
I'm
dope,
going to
dope,
be really
dope.
irritated by it.
Hey,
Who
man.
knows yet?
Either way, you're vegging out having a good time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother, you ready to hop into this week's movie?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, man, let's do this. So we have Cocaine Bear 2023, rated R, an hour and 35 minutes. This one, guys, directed by Elizabeth Banks, written by Jimmy Warden.
We have a $35 million budget. So far, $28.4 million.
Okay.
So, opening weekend, not bad. Not bad. Starting this one, we have Carrie Russell as Sorry. I don't remember how to pronounce her name.
It's all good.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. as David. Alden Ehrenrich as Eddie. Christian Convery as Henry. I'm not doing good this week. I'm doing terrible this
You're
week.
not doing bad.
Brooklyn Prince as Dee Dee. Isaiah Whitlock Jr. as Bob. Margot Martindale as Ranger Liz. And Ray Liotta as Sid.
Ray.
Yeah. Ray. Quite a few other actors in here. We'll catch up with them a little later.
Sounds good, my man. All right, brother. In typical fashion,
Yes, sir.
like you do so eloquently every year, it's a beautiful transition between topics.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us that quick synopsis on Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. So we have drug dealers, we have park rangers, cops, moms, kids. So all these people are having a pretty rough day due to this giant cocaine addicted bear, right? So he's terrorizing the Chattahoochee National Forest, and he's searching for more of these airdrop bag of cocaine.
He's on a
He's
hunt.
just looking for duffel bags of cocaine.
She is on
That
a hunt.
That is all.
Yeah.
That is all at once. Well, she also takes a few snacks along the way as well. But that is our main character.
All right, I appreciate that, sir. Let's hop into this one.
Yeah.
I guess we can start with Carrie Russell, man. As Sorry.
Yeah.
She's a nurse. She's a mom. Works third shift, so is not really there for her kid. And but she loves her kid a lot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
As her kid goes deep into the forest for a school skip day, mom goes on the hunt on the bike for her.
Right.
And mom ends up being like scared at times, but also like a badass
Yeah.
in other times. So
When it comes to the cubs, you gotta sometimes you gotta suck that fear up. I
The
guess.
mama bear,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You gotta go into protective mode. Yeah, she does a good job of just like you said, like she shows when she's scared, and then she shows when she is kind of just fed up with the whole thing.
yeah,
Particularly like when she gets a hold of that rifle towards the end.
pretty badass move.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
She loaded that. She cocked that bad boy real quick,
Yep,
man.
no
I
problems.
can't deal with that damn fast and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, man. Two.
Bolt action, right?
Oh man, I do that one time. I get sniped. All right, here. Let's move forward to O'Shea Jackson Jr. as David, our resident black guy drug dealer.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy,
you're right.
he works for Sid, and he gets sent to go get Sid's kid Eddie, adult kid Eddie, and they need to go into the forest to pick up the dropped cocaine.
Oh yeah.
That's basically their whole vibe, and they encounter crazy crap along the way.
Yeah. And for, that being said, for as many bags that was like tossed off this plane, they didn't stumble upon many of them. That was something that was bothering me a little bit. Like,
Not at all.
Like all these people are going after the same like 3 or 4 bags when this dude had like 35 duffel bags he threw out of the plane.
So
The plane was
many.
full. The plane was full. It's whatever.
Could get a cocaine bear too, man.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Cocaine elk. Who knows, man?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Cocaine pack of wolves. I don't know. I'm just going off the hip there. But yeah, he's one of the drug dealers that goes down there, and yeah, they just encounter a bunch of crap, man. He gets ambushed by a bunch of teenage punks. Thinks he thought he killed one, but he didn't. But he's really trying to connect with his best friend, quote unquote, Eddie.
Yep.
Because they haven't seen each other since Eddie's wife passed, and he's trying to connect. Think that this is his friend, and this is a good trip to do this on. You know what I mean? Let's go be drug runners.
Let's go do drugs.
Yeah, let's go do drug stuff, man. All right, we got Alden Einrich as Eddie, who is the son of Sid, Ray Liotta's character. He has a kid himself. His wife just died, and he's kind of in that depression state. We kind of meet him at the bar eating penne pasta. No chicken.
No chicken.
No cheese. Just straight
man.
penne.
Just plain, man.
Oh, gosh. And his character, man, is more just like, I want to be out of the game, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
My wife's gone. My kid just kind of hangs out with grandpa. Like, I need something more out of life. Like, David, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
You're a drug dealer. And David's like, I'm more than a drug dealer. I'm a friend. Like, you could be both. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know how close they are at this point.
Yeah. You both, though.
Yeah.
But that's basically like Eddie's arc, guys. And we're going through these quickly because nobody has a strong arc in this, okay? No. Maybe the bear has the strongest arc, okay?
Yeah, I mean, the bear, we find out has a family, too.
Yeah, exactly, right? We find out that we think it's a dude the entire time, a dude bear.
Yeah.
Come to find out it's a mama bear.
Well, Eddie finds that out.
Yeah.
He's the one that lets us know.
Really close and personal. And then we find out that mama bear has a couple of cubs.
Yeah.
That she wants to get high as well with. So
she's not a good mom.
Not a good mom.
But, it is what it is.
Was not in the DARE program. Yeah. Don't want her kids to be in the DARE program either. So all right, we have our 2 kid leads here, and it's Christian Convery as Henry and Brooklyn Prince as Dee Dee. Henry and Dee Dee are friends, and they're both skipping school, and they trying to go to the waterfall in the park to basically paint it. And that's their arc. They end up finding the cocaine and
do a little
drugs by accident. Really, not by accident. They legit do it.
Yeah, they use that knife a little too efficiently.
like they're gonna know what the heck to do in a couple years, right? They're gonna know exactly what to do. Taking that stuff down, but they're running from. They get attacked, and Dee Dee goes running. We don't see her for the second part of the movie at all, but Henry ends up with Sari looking for Dee Dee. So that's kind of their arc there. And I will say this, man. Henry was actually for the lines that were corny from him. He fired off on all cylinders. I will give him that. Okay, he delivered his lines.
He put in some effort,
no matter how corny they were.
Yeah, he committed. He committed to him.
And this is what I hate, man, about movies. Right, like this movie suffers from it as well. They put all the funny stuff in the trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
So like you get automatic like, all right, rating. What do I rate this movie? It automatically is less because of that, man.
Yeah.
Like if I can just watch the trailer a million times and enjoy that, right? Don't put all the good stuff in the trailer. And that, like his line about it stays with a man, that would have been perfect in the theater. Theater would have erupted.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But that was
it's delivered differently in the movie as well.
It doesn't smack as much, you know what I mean? So moving forward here, my favorite character is Isaiah Whitlock Jr. as Bob.
Fair.
And when it's Isaiah Whitlock,
yes,
man, he's like this is gonna be weird. Okay.
All right.
He's like the black version of Paul Rudd for me. When I see this guy, it's just immediate joy. Man. Yeah. Like, how can you not see Isaiah Whitlock and be like, "Oh, I'm having a shitty day, man"? You know what I mean? The dude has like the best smile, right? His voice is like
coolest voice, dude. Very calming voice.
Oh my god. His voice sounds like the dude from Family Guy. He's just awesome.
Talk about Cleveland.
Cleveland, yes.
Cleveland show, that was a good time.
Yes, man. So I love Isaiah Whitlock, but his character is this cop who's been going after Sid for a while, and gets a hot tip that everybody's converging onto this on this park.
Yeah,
he goes after them, but like. Him on top of that damn gazebo, man.
I jumped from that tree. I gotta hurt my hip a little bit. Well, that was funny, like, because the first thing you think is, how did he get up there? Like,
exactly the first thing.
Because we left him like on top of that table trying to get up there and he couldn't get it, and then he's just up there. Oh yeah, that was a good story right there. Jumping out the tree.
But then, like, once again, these characters are not really fleshed out. I know we're only dealing with an hour and 35 minutes, but these characters are not really fleshed out because you also get him in the beginning, and it's like, okay, what's his infatuation with this dog thing? What's going on, right? Like, he didn't want the little frou-frou dog that he had. He wanted more of a bigger, manly dog, I guess. But like, you don't really get a. Like I just feel like in this movie, a lot of characters don't get a through line, right? You know, from start to finish. And maybe that was intentional, but somebody needs that.
Yeah, the little dog storyline.
Yeah,
it was not needed, like, whatsoever.
Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed there. All right, we have the amazing Margot Martindale's Ranger Liz.
Yes,
now,
fantastic.
Another great character.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, she plays kind of, I guess, not enthusiastic Ranger, but like
a very horny Ranger.
Horny and kind of like, I'm over this place.
Oh yeah,
like I'm just. I love the forest, but I don't want to be here. I want to be in a different forest.
Yes. But you actually find out a lot of exposition through her, through like fear, where like they don't think she's equipped to be the ranger there. Yeah. They try to get her fired multiple times and stuff like that. She shoots a kid in the head by accident. So there's just a lot going on with this woman as a ranger. You understand where she probably shouldn't be in that position, right? It's also the 80s, so she's like, I'm a ranger, and like, of course they're gonna give me a gun, man. It's crazy out here. It's like, all right, maybe that's not the best thing to do, but whatever. Whatever you need to shoot a bear, I guess, right?
Yeah, or a person in the head.
All right.
She doesn't do well in the movie.
Just two more people I want to talk about. Maybe Jesse Tyler Ferguson as well. We'll add him real quickly here. But Ray Liotta as Sid. This movie is dedicated to Ray Liotta because he did pass away. Rest in peace, sir. Goodfellas, still a fantastic film. But he is he's Eddie's father, and he is kind of the drug kingpin of Tennessee area, whatever, and he needs to get his drugs back because he is in debt to a lot of cartels.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of times that is the case, right? You're not the top of the chain if you're out in the field.
Yep.
What from my understanding.
And I have seen Sicario. I have seen Ozark. You don't want to owe the cartel because
Correct.
they will find you.
Yeah.
No matter where you are. Yeah, they are really resourceful there. So that's kind of his whole arc, and then we kind of see him in the beginning, and then we see him in the third act, helping out and trying to get the job done, which was cool to see Ray Liotta in this movie here. Awesome. Jesse Tyler Ferguson plays Peter, who is like the park conservationist, something like that is what he was, where he had to go. Yeah. He's basically like Liz's crush, Ranger Liz's crush, right?
He's like some kind of like inspector.
Yeah, conservation inspector to make sure the friends, not the animals, the friends, are well taken care of and everything. So, him in that tree was awesome. And I just want to give a shout out, man, to Matthew Rhys. He plays Andrew C. Thornton II, which is the only real character in this movie. He's the guy in the beginning who is basically kicking all those, dumping all those bags and then dies. You know what I mean?
Just the worst take off from that plane. It's like I feel like that's like the worst thing that could ever happen jumping out of a plane.
One, I really like Matthew Rhys. If you've never seen The Americans with him and Kerry Russell, who he's married to, definitely do it. But also Perry Mason is coming back for a second season on HBO Max, so definitely check that out. Matthew Rhys was awesome. That was just a really fun introduction to this movie where you kind of set the tone for this. Like, okay, this is gonna be high octane. Yeah. At least that's what you thought. So, because it slowed down a bit. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Like Matthew Rhys, and you need to check him out from other stuff. So, let's talk about the sets here, man. You know, we got this big, beautiful forest. In the Chattahoochee area, Georgia, in 1985. It's just gorgeous. I will give you that, man. I like that they did film in the woods in a park like this. Right. That was really fun. The bad part is I didn't really care. Right, like I know it's like Cocaine Bear, and this black bear is like in the woods here, but like it never felt like a place that I want to be at. You know what I mean? Like with or without the bear. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't exactly show anything glamorous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like you're at like the ranger station, you're on a little path
here or there. The gazebo. We're there for a while.
Yeah, the gazebo.
It's a big set piece.
There's a part at the beginning where the two opening people are standing on that cliff. Yeah. That was beautiful. But even then, it wasn't like the best sight they could have either for it being what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah, I got you with that.
And the music was kind of lackluster as well. I'll give you that.
It was very 80s.
Super
80s.
Yeah, it was super 80s, but like nothing really like, I guess because they used like the 808s and the synths and everything. It was super 80s, right? But nothing really popped out at you that you were just like, oh, okay. Like you would also think that maybe the bear would have its own theme song like Kang did. You know what I mean? Yeah. That wasn't the case, though. You know, that would have been cool, introducing that, right, as a memorable piece with the bear. Let's talk about the bear real quick, man.
Yeah, let's go.
This is an American black bear, humongous, and it's high on cocaine.
A lot.
Ferocious.
I feel like it should have died at some point, but that's just my thoughts on the situation.
How much cocaine does it take to kill a black bear?
I mean, he munched on probably a few duffel bags worth. Bricks.
She took a whole brick in her mouth, right, and like kicked the wrap of the paper out or whatever.
Well, not to mention how many that was found like just opened and already, ingested, I guess is what you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
But like deadly, scary, and really like the horror villain in the vein of a Jason Voorhees, a Michael Myers, right? A Freddy Krueger, right? Like those great 80s.
This was a slasher movie.
This was definitely a slasher movie.
Yeah,
right?
It was a slasher, and it was it was in line with those kind of movies. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. It was a little gruesome at some points.
Oh yeah.
There were some parts that were gross, and we all were like, everybody in the theater was like, "Oh god." So that was fun as far as that's concerned. But what was funny for me, or what I enjoyed was it was just like in the middle of the day. This wasn't like a nighttime scary movie. This was like in the middle of the day where most of this happened.
It was like the night before the guy drops off all the duffel bags and then dies, and then the next day, that morning, like everybody converges. It was in this park the entire day.
Yeah,
and one by one
day
dies, man. I also want to give it up for Scott Seiss, man. He's actually a great comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Does a lot of good Instagram and YouTube videos and stuff. And he played the paramedic guy. Yeah. So he did pretty good himself. I really
he does
enjoyed
some pretty good TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll give it up to him as well, man. All right, brother. Talk about a theme here. I don't effing know, man. There's no really through line to this movie.
There is.
This is based off of a true story, right? As far as
loosely based.
The Vince, it was a 175-pound American black bear that died after ingesting a duffel bag full of cocaine in December '85.
Yeah.
The cocaine was dropped out of the airplane, piloted by Andrew C. Thornton. So, he was a convicted drug smuggler. So,
yeah, this bear did not die. It was super powered. Like the coke brought her back from the dead
a couple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She was about to be passed out. Totally woke up right there, man.
So good.
Just a theme, I guess. If it was gonna be a theme, man, is moving forward. I think you could get. It's like. I'm trying to figure something out, damn it, okay? Like,
moving forward.
Eddie's character has to move forward after his wife died, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dee Dee has to move forward where, like, her mom is going to date more, right?
Yeah.
But, like, those are, like, the end of the equation after, like, they go through this crazy day, right? Where that might have happened without this happening, so I don't really have a theme, man, except for just like this was just a fun horror comedy slasher film, right? And your villain,
that's all it was.
And your villain is like a bear, but like, is the bear really a villain? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much to throw at this movie that I'm sitting here thinking about it, man, off the top of the dome. So
the bear has an obsession. It just wants cocaine.
Bear needs to go check into a damn facility in Arizona, okay?
He just get his heart checked out. There's got to be some damage. It's a lot of running.
I'll put it like this. The bear didn't last long after this, okay? There's no way.
Yeah.
All right, team. So that's our conversation about 2023's Cocaine Bear.
Yes, sir.
JV, what are your thoughts and ratings on this movie, sir?
Yeah, man. This is gonna get 3 buckets of popcorn from me.
Okay.
It was For me, it was kind of a fun, different kind of horror movie. You know, we kind of talked about that before.
Yeah.
It's a slasher movie, but it was just made like this crazy bear in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
It was something, it wasn't trying to hide, wasn't do nothing. For some reason they can't see it in the middle of the day.
Bear's not doing his thing, you know what I mean?
It was funny, but it was mixed in with a lot of that. I thought the gruesome parts where you kind of didn't know where the CGI started and the kind of practical stuff started.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty good for it. And you just got all these different people that are dealing with the same situation, but for different reasons. And this bear don't care. He doesn't care what they're there for. He wants cocaine and he wants to eat people.
Yeah.
I don't know if those go hand in hand, and they might.
I've never done cocaine, so I don't know.
Yeah, and it just stays that way through the whole movie, right? There's no real. I mean, you can't really change the motive of the animal, I guess, or the friend. We'll call them animals, friends. So yeah, it's gonna get 30 out of 5.
Pod title right there.
Yeah.
Pod title.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely worth the watch. It was a good time. I had a good time watching it. What about you, man?
Yeah, man. Like, once again, a lot of the good stuff was in the trailer.
Yeah,
And like, I'm like waiting for the other stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then when the other stuff gets to us, we're like, well, that was lackluster compared to what you put in the trailer, right?
Yeah, I think the only thing that really wasn't in the trailer was probably the gazebo timeline.
Yeah, except for when it kind of lays.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
that's in the trailer, but you know, most of that is definitely like his
No.
finger shot off and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, the people interaction there.
but yeah, like so that was kind of upsetting as you're watching this 95-minute movie and being like, all right, yeah, that was in the trailer. Anything before or after funny? No, keep moving, keep moving. Right. There was some good deaths in there, some good bear kills. I did like when the bear jumped into the paramedic vehicle, the EMS vehicle, right? That was pretty entertaining. But overall, man, like I definitely could have done without. I was super hyped for this movie.
Yeah.
And like it didn't deliver on what I was wanting, man, right?
Right.
Carrie Russell, she always does her thing. And then that Henry kid also was very enjoyable. And obviously, Isaiah Whitlock, baby. Bob. This one's getting 2 buckets of popcorn for me, man. Yeah. I just wanted more, right? Maybe more character development. Maybe at least one character with a through line of character development, right?
Yeah, there was definitely none of that.
It almost was like the grand like movies, like the Coen Brothers or a Roland Emmerich film, right? Where there's just so many characters that are throwing at you, where nobody's really gonna like. It's just character on character on character. You keep on adding, and it's like, all right, it's bloated.
Well, they could have definitely cut down wasted time, like the little dog stuff. Yeah. That could have been another 15, 20 minutes that somebody else could have had some screen time.
The kids who, tried to beat up David or whatever, that was like unnecessary.
Yeah.
Why was that in the script? Why was that in the movie?
Well, just that whole interaction of them interacting with the ranger.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't important. The one guy was somewhat important to move along the story.
Yeah.
But all that interaction, I could have used that for somebody else, but it is what it is.
It is
what it is.
What it is, sir. It is what it is. All right, team. Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Cocaine Bear. Next week, we will be discussing the Michael B. Jordan starring and directed flick, Creed 3.
That'll be in a theater near you.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I'm Javier Villalobos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
And keep watching.